Hello there, welcome to this video on JavaScript data types. JavaScript uses several data types to create applications and programs. In this video, I am going to go through some of the common data types used by JavaScript. There are others, but I'm just going to cover some of the common ones. Alright, these are some of the common data types used in JavaScript. The first one is a string. A string refers to any data that is regarded as text. So a collection of text is known as a string. And in JavaScript and in some programming languages, you have to enclose your strings or text in quotes, as I've done here with John. So anything that is a text that you use in JavaScript, you must enclose that with quotes. In JavaScript, you can use either double quotes or single quotes, but you can't mix them. You can't, for example, start with a double quote and then end it with a single quote. It just won't work. You have to maintain the type of quotes you use. All right, so that's what strings do. Then you've got the number data type. Number refers to numeric data. For example, 1, 7, 7, and so on. Anything that is numerical is referred to as a number data type. This also includes decimals like 3.8. Next, you got the Boolean. The Boolean is any data that returns a true or false value. For example, is 2 greater than 1? That would return true, and so on. So that any data that you need to determine if it's true or false is regarded as a Boolean. Next, we are onto the array. An array is a piece of data or a storage label that stores multiple values as one. For example, you can have a label called fruits, and inside that fruit you will store apples, grapes, berries, and so on. And you identify an array with the square brackets. So you can see these square brackets in red. You use that to identify that you are dealing with an array. And with arrays, the values are indexed from 0. For example, the first value is a 0, and then 1 and 2. So if you want to call this, reference this apple, you do fruits, square brackets, and then 0. That would mean you're referring to the apple inside the fruits array. So this is how you would create an array, and they are used to store multiple data as one value. Next is the null. The null basically means the value does not exist. Doesn't exist. For example, if you are filling out an online form or something that requires a piece of data that you haven't got, the JavaScript application would treat that as a null value. For example, if you have an email address column and you no longer know the email of that person, or the email address doesn't work, you can insert a null value in that field. So that's what null means. You can also empty a value by setting it to null. So this equal sign here is used to set something. So you can have an email address that no longer functions. You can just set that to null, which means it's empty. So this is a brief description of some of the common JavaScript data types. In this video, I went through some of the common data types used in JavaScript. JavaScript uses various data types to create applications and perform various functions. These are just some of the common ones. There are others, but this will do for a start. I hope the video has made sense. If it hasn't, please feel free to let me know, and I'll be more than happy to explain or help in whatever way I can. Thank you so much for your help and for your time, and take care. Bye for now.